I ask you, is it worth it to have this tough guy image, to brag about the fact that you beat some guy up, to brag about how much money you have, to act like you don't care about the money, but yet that's all you seem to care about? And so now that you've lost it all, what are you going to say next? Coach Greg, I'm at the airport, and breaking news. Wes Watson just screwed himself over. He's lost everything. The government is seizing all of his assets. He's just basically screwed. If you haven't watched John Bravo, he's made 2 videos on this. The first thing was the guy suing him, the 7-foot monster, for 7 counts. And each carries a weight of over $50,000, and so he could likely be losing $1 million, $500,000, $2 million, I don't know. It's a lot of money. He's suing not only him, he's suing the gym, he's suing the other guy, everyone that was involved in beating this guy up. He's taking them to court.
We went to his house. We sent him shit in the mail. We emailed it to him. And he's ignoring us, so they're requesting a default judgment.
And so by Wes Watson not showing up in court, I don't know if he thought that it's kind of like his boyfriend's hemorrhoids. Perhaps if you just don't deal with it, it'll go away on its own. These kind of things, they don't just go away on their own. You have to show up in court, and if you can afford a decent price sharmuta, you should be able to afford at least a cheap priced lawyer to defend yourself. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And so why not spend some money on that? And so this is a true story. I go to the Louis Vuitton store, and I had to find a sharmuta for my Blue Lobster. I mean, he was getting lonely. And so I hired off another Blue Lobster crab. This is going to be his new girlfriend. As you know, the Signature Series pre-workout is the best one of all time. 4 of us last night. These are all true stories. We got on the Blue Lobster, and we all called it being Blue Lobstered. And let me read this. I'm not bullshitting you. Has anyone else felt the Signature Series pre was narcotic-like? I just felt it was strong, but didn't notice any trippiness. We all felt like we were Blue Lobstered. We took a couple of scoops of this stuff, and we're start chatting. We're having a great time. We were in a foul mood. It was pouring rain here. We kind of came down to Miami to have a good time, to go to the beach and stuff. And it was just a downpour, floods, literally. Some of the worst weather I've ever seen. And so we took the pre-workout, and all of a sudden, we all felt high. There's no other way to explain it. And so, of course, none of us have experimented with things that Togi would take. We're not sniffing creatine and so on. None of us would ever have done that. And so we don't know what it actually compares to, but we're assuming it's something like that. We go to the gym. We have the best workout ever. If you want to get Blue Lobster, now we're not hoping or condoning that this is a gateway drug for other things. Now, if you want to exchange what you're doing right now for something safer, I do believe that a legal pre-workout is much safer than what Togi's been doing. One of the comments here I'm reading, Blue Lobster is a gateway drug. I hope it is not, but hey, it is very potent, and it is, I do think, the best pre-workout that we've ever put out on the market. And so I'm at the Louis Vuitton store, and I'm like, wow, that luggage, it looks really nice. It's white, it would match the house at home. It had a beautiful portrait. And Buddy, who was trying to sell me everything in the store, basically says, you know, I have sold that set to one person. His name is Wes Watson. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
Oh my God!
And so I'm like, yes, I know who Wes Watson is. I actually do videos. I've taught a lot of videos on this guy. Anyway, he has nothing he can do. They're seizing his assets, and so all of that money he spent on sharmutas, on Louis Vuitton luggage, on clothing, on shoes to try to make him look like he isn't 5'8". And I mean, the woman that served this guy, and so you serve a guy so that they're guaranteed that they know that they have to go to court. They have no way they can say, oh, I didn't know better. And so perhaps he couldn't make his court date. He was told it was 5'8", but he refused to go until it was 6'2". And so clearly he would have been late. He wouldn't have attended on time.
The judge just did it to him today. She put a judgment on his ass for default. They're coming for everything.
And so because he doesn't show up to court, he gets submitted a default. They're going to go after everything. I mean, at least show up to court. At least show up to court and say, I'm innocent, I'm guilty, but just not show up. It's not like your boyfriend's hemorrhoids. It doesn't just go away like that.
Defendant Wesley Watson has not answered plaintiff's complaint, nor has the defendant otherwise responded, appeared, or defended this action.
He just thought it would go away. Oh, I won't answer to that. I won't answer the door. I won't go to court. I won't respond. It'll just go away. It didn't go away. And it's a default judgment, and the government is seizing everything.
So this means the judge just gave the plaintiffs a default judgment, and this asshole loses the case without even going to court.
And so do you hear that? He loses the case without even going to court. He didn't even try to defend himself.
Instead, he used it to scam, causing massive hate online and trolls to harass the shit out of his life.
And so I ask you, is it worth it to have this tough guy image, to brag about the fact that you beat some guy up, to brag about how much money you have, to act like you don't care about the money, but yet that's all you seem to care about? And so now that you've lost it all, what are you going to say next? And remember, it's not just him losing all his money in a lawsuit. He's also a guy that's likely going to have to go to jail. But he thinks it's not a big deal. I'll just start over.
I won't ever tap. I don't care if I have 10 billion trolls. I don't care if everybody on the planet hated me. I would still show up online.
And so he says, I won't ever tap. I don't care. I don't care how many trolls there are. I'm not tapping. Is it worth it? Like, your pride means so much that you can't just say you made a mistake. Like, perhaps the lesson should be this. When you do something wrong, own up to it. Just standing there cockily thinking, I'm better than everyone else. I have more money than you. I have a better car than you. Is it really that big a deal? Does it really matter? When you go to prison and you're bending over to pick up that bar of soap, ask yourself, was it really worth it?
I can't quit. How are you so low in your own view of self that you actually let people see you quit?
Admitting you made a mistake isn't quitting. It's being a man.
So it's actually very high frequency. It's an act of self-love. When people actually engage in negativity towards you and you punk the shit out of them, it is a form of self-love.
Why is this Sharmuta sitting next to him? Like, how much does he pay her to sit there and say nothing? Why is she in the video? I mean, if she's in the video, at least ask her to say something, to comment, to say, hey, babe, do you agree with me? Hey, hon, what do you think about that? Why is she just sitting there, standing there, doing absolutely nothing for no reason?
Do you enjoy a little West 2-inch weenie? Yes, because it's not 2 inches, but awesome. You guys can use this for some shit.
And so why are you adding to this? He's saying, why do other men talk about the size of my downstairs and so on? But then he reads out the comment. Does she like your 2 inches? It's not 2 inches. Yes, we get it. It's 3. But like, why do you have to bring attention to it? If it didn't matter to you, if you didn't care about it, why bring further attention? If you don't want people to talk about it, don't talk about it yourself. Wes can't even afford a lawyer. Bankruptcy this year. He is getting rid of the rented cars and likely will downsize the house. The Airbnb, no. 100% odds he cheated on his taxes. He won't like being pegged by an IRS agent. Wes will do a prison sentence for this, and when he gets out, he will be homeless on the corner begging for money, telling he was once famous. Can't wait for the Wes Watson Material Things Don't Matter rebrand. I mean, I honestly think I could see him doing this after going to prison, coming back with nothing. Why not start a new brand? Material things don't matter. We have all that we need. And this is actually true. You think that material things bring you happiness? Exhibit A, Wes Watson. The court is going to call him 5'8" publicly. I'm sure this is his biggest concern right now. The 7-foot monster is going to be the rich 7-foot monster. If only he manned up and fought one-on-one, win or lose, shook hands and walked away.
310 grand. Worked more than most of your guys' whole family's life savings.
So this man bragging about the fact he has a $310,000 watch after getting all of his assets seized by the government, bragging to the world how rich he is when a man is suing him for perhaps over $1 million. Does this seem smart to you?
Look over here. You know he's going to be pissed when he sees this. Height, 5'8", weight 200, bald.
And so you got to love that description. John Bravo, of course he loved it. We all love it. The description of the individual: 5'8", weight 200, bald.
Dink, 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 dink.
And so, of course, get to the website and get the Turk Builder Max. Now that we've tripled the amount that we've gotten in, we haven't been sold out. Sales are through the roof, setting records. It's amazing to see. Also, the pre-workout, the Blue Lobster, has been dropped. And don't forget to also get Eric Janicki's Janicki Juice and Hussein Farhat's Hussein Mode. 2 different flavors, all amazing. I highly suggest you try all 3. Don't forget, code Greg, 15% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. And of course, if you're looking for coaching plans by me and my team, have drastically reduced prices. It's including the blood work being read, the diet plans, training plans, unlimited text messaging, as well as you get phone calls with myself. Of course, there's the cookbooks, the training books, the clothing line. Get it all on the website. And until next time, I am out.